So we are going to create a start service started service. So we'll say start started service, and we'll click next, 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 and finish. So this will build, and once this is done, we'll go to the layout. We'll actually go to the design view and click over here, delete this, add a button, and we'll call this button as btn start service, and we'll call this start service. We'll have another button and we'll call this btn stop service. Okay, we'll put a checkbox also here and we'll see what we are going to do with it. So we have a start service and a stop service. We'll go to the text view, and then we'll add event handlers for that. So we'll say Android on click, and we'll say start service. And similarly for our button for stop, we'll say Android on click stop service. Okay, we'll say alt enter, and we'll create these functions, and we'll do that for the stop service. Okay, so we have a start service and we have a stop service. What we want is we actually want to create a new Java class called started service example. Okay, and the superclass for this would be service class. Okay, and we'll say okay. So this will start complaining, and it'll say that we actually need to implement the methods. So we'll implement the onBind method, which is returning null at this point. What we'll go is we'll override few of the common functions. So the common functions is on create, override the method again, on start command, and override the method again, on destroy. So these are the three functions. We'll create a tag. So we'll say private static final string tag is equal to started service example dot class dot get name. Okay, and then we'll write the log statement. So log dot I, and we'll say tag comma, and we'll say on destroy, and thread is equal to, and we'll write the name of the thread, current thread dot get name. Okay, we'll copy this and we'll put the same in on start and on create. Okay, so everything looks good. We'll go to the main activity, and we'll create an intent. Intent is equal to new intent, and this is going from main activity dot class, and this will go to started service example dot class. Okay, so we have this, and then we'll say intent start service with the intent. Okay, this looks very good, and we'll copy this and we'll add it in the stop service, and we'll call this stop service. Okay, everything looks good. We'll start this. Okay. And we have the service over here. We click, and if we go over to our run, actually will, where's this? Oh yeah, it'll not run because we haven't registered. So we need to register this service, and after that we'll run this. And when we click on this, we actually get on create thread is equal to main, on start command thread is equal to main. If we click again, our on create should not come up, only on started comes up. When we click on the stop service, the on destroy gets created. Okay, this sounds very, very good. Now what we want to do is we actually want to send some data along with the intent. So we'll go to the main activity, and we'll say over here, intent dot put extra, and we'll say sleep time, and we'll sleep for, let's say, 10 seconds. Okay. On our started service, we have the on start command, which has an intent over here. So we'll get the value out of that. So we'll say int sleep is equal to intent dot get int extra sleep time, and the default value is 1. Okay, and we want to sleep for that much amount of time, so we'll say thread dot sleep, and we'll say sleep multiplied by 1000. Okay, it'll complain, so we'll put it inside a try catch. Okay, this sounds good. So when we run this, and we start the service, we have a problem. The problem is that the checkbox is not usable, and our UI becomes unusable. Why this is happening? Because everything is running in the main thread. So we get an ANR, and we'll close the app. So what we want to do is, instead of running this in the main thread, we want to run it in a asynchronous task. So in our next video, we'll be doing that.